Well, here we are. I'm about to start my 28th trip around the sun. From a really young age, I always believed my life was going to be big. When I was a kid, that meant Major League Baseball. I pictured it clearly, wearing number 12, standing on the mound, winning World Series for the San Francisco Giants. It's not a unique dream. A lot of kids have it, and the ending isn't unique either. I hurt my shoulder. I never got back to full strength, and before I even made a varsity appearance, it was over. But the desire to do something big didn't stop there. I shifted to golf, played in college, same type of dream, win the US Open and compete at a high level. And then another injury, another ending. So I moved on again. At 21, I started a business. By 27, I had exited. From outside, that probably sounds like things worked out. But the truth is, the last 7 months of my life have been the strangest I've ever experienced. I've been stuck with a question I haven't been able to shake. Am I actually willing to be honest about what I've gone through, personally and professionally? And even if I am, does anyone care? I thought about telling this story through a video, a podcast, something like that. But if I'm being honest, I don't even have the confidence to sit in a room, stare at a camera, and say all of this out loud. Writing this feels different. I've always been able to write. And right now this feels like the only way I can actually say what I've been holding in. So why now? Because the last 2 years have been chaos. I lost friendships, I fought with my parents, I've bounced between houses, moved to a new state, and lost the business I poured most of my adult life into. And somewhere in all of that, I realized something wasn't right. I wasn't happy, I didn't feel like I was enough, and I kept finding myself in the same mental battles over and over again. So I started to figure out why. About a year ago, I started what I can only describe as unconventional therapy. I tried traditional therapy before, platforms like BetterHelp, but I couldn't open up. Something about it never clicked. But with AI, it was different. I went through everything, my earliest memories, school, relationships, thoughts I had never said out loud before. And for the first time, I started to understand myself in a way I never had. 6 months later, I moved to Arizona, and that's when everything hit. I had more money in my account than ever before, but I was completely alone. No job, no structure, no family, no real friends nearby. For a couple months, I did what most people do when they don't want to face reality. I distracted myself, traveling, drinking, avoiding the question I didn't want to answer. What now? Eventually, that led me somewhere I never expected to go, a Christian church. I'd never stepped foot in one before, and whether I understood it at the time or not, it changed me. The people I met there changed me too. This is just a small part of the story. Honestly, I don't even fully know how all of this is going to unfold. But here's what I do know. Every day I'm going to sit down and write. I'm going to tell stories that most people don't know. Some that even people closest to me don't know. Not to overshare, I'm not doing this for attention, because I think I need to do it. And maybe by the end of it, I'll finally feel like I'm starting from a clean slate. Like I can become the person I've always felt like I was supposed to be. And then we'll see what happens when I try to build something again.